this custom oscillator is overpowered. Everyone knows about classical oscillators such as the MACD, RSI, or even the stochastic RSI, but I bet you haven't heard of the super trend oscillator. This oscillator has many useful features such as buy and sell signals, a histogram to tell you when a signal is about to switch, and even a live backtest to show you the percentage of how many signals were false if you were just following this indicator. If you want to use it completely free, just go to TradingView and search the Super Trend Oscillator and make sure that it's this one by Lux Algo. Here's one common mistake I see traders make when trading off of bullish engulfing candlesticks. An engulfing candle is simply a candlestick that engulfs the previous candle. It can be a great indication that the market is about to reverse. However, they don't work all the time, and you should never trust them blindly. In this example, the candle happened right at a resistance level, so it didn't end up working out. You should always be using it in confluence with other forms of trading analysis. For example, if there's a breakout of resistance, or if the market is clearly way oversold, you could then put more trust into a bullish engulfing candlestick.
Here's why you need to be using volume when trading. So in an example like this, the price breaks through this resistance, but since it has little to no volume, it was a false breakout and fell.
Oh, not again.
Whenever there is high amounts of volume during a breakout, price more often than not will succeed on breaking out. When you see a lot of buying volume, you should buy. When you see a lot of selling volume, you should sell. Use volume at key pivot points like support and resistances, trend lines, breakout patterns, so you can predict how price will react to these points with higher accuracy.
This is one of the most unique trading strategies that you'll ever see on TradingView. Go to the indicators and search for trend lines with breaks and make sure that it's this one by Lux Algo. Go to the settings and just make sure to enable the show only confirmed breakouts. Then you're going to want to add the RSI or the relative strength index, and then finally add the trauma indicator. So here's the strategy. For a buy signal, wait for price to be above the trauma or the red line. Then you're going to enter once you see a trend line breakout signal. Then you're going to wait to exit the position until the RSI becomes overbought or above the 70 line. For a sell signal, just wait for price to be below the trauma and then wait for a red trend line break signal and exit once the RSI is oversold. Most trading strategies don't work in ranging markets, but the one I'm about to show you might change your mind. First, you're going to want to go to TradingView and search for TMO and add the triangular momentum oscillator. And then just search for adjustable MA, and you're going to want to click the first one by Lux Algo. Next, you're going to want to go to the settings of the TMO and set the length to 7, and then go to the settings of the AMA indicator and change the length to 30, as well as turn on the smooth candles. Finally, just hide the symbol in the top left of your chart by clicking this eyeball right here. The strategy is simple. For a buy signal, just wait for the TMO to automatically detect a divergence and print it on the chart. And then you want to enter once the smooth candles start increasing in value. To exit, you can either wait for the candles to decrease in value or just exit on a sell signal. For a short position, just do the exact opposite.
Has this ever happened to you? You enter a trade and set your stop loss at the recent swing low. As if price drops below this point, you don't want to be in the trade anyway. Price does end up falling below this recent swing low, but just barely, and ends up reversing back the way you originally thought it was going to go, making you miss out on all this profit.
You gotta be kidding me.
Well, here's how to fix that. Go to TradingView, go to the Indicators tab, and type in ATR. What this indicator does is look at past candles and measures the average volatility or size of those past candles. You can see that the average candle size is displayed right here. So what you do is see what the price is of where you were originally going to set your stop loss, then subtract that number with the ATR amount. This number is where you're going to set your new stop loss. This way you're taking volatility and average price movement into consideration, and you'll get stopped out way less.
I created the greatest Fibonacci indicator in the history of technical analysis, and here's how it works. First, just search up Fibonacci and click on this one by Lux Algo. Next, we're just going to select two significant tops and bottoms in any market and on any time frame. Now you will see the Fibonacci analysis methods plotted all automatically for you. You can then go into the settings and select every Fibonacci analysis method using those same pivot points. It truly has everything all in one, from Fibonacci retracements, arcs, circles, fans, time zones, and even the classic spiral golden ratio, aka the Milky Way galaxy. Here's the absolute best moving average to use while trading. Many people use traditional moving averages like the SMA, EMA, or the WMA. But I found that the trend regularity adaptive moving average can give a lot better data for when to get in and stay out of the market. So first, go to the indicators tab and search for trauma and select this one by Lux Algo. Like any moving average, it can be used to tell if a market is bullish or bearish. If price is holding above the trauma, we can expect the market to go up. And if price is holding below the trauma, we can expect the market to go down. You can also use it to tell if the market is going to be ranging or trending. You can see here the market is in a downtrend as the trauma is decreasing in value. And then starting from here, the trauma is stable, which means the market is ranging, so you could stay out and avoid bad trades. Here's why you're using Bollinger Bands wrong. Instead of using it as a tool to see overextended areas, you should use Bollinger Bands as a volatility indicator. What do I mean by this? Well, using the bands to find tops and bottoms only works in ranging markets. During trends, you can see the price will just keep going through the top or bottom lines. When the bands get real tight and squeezed together, we can expect a big move to happen soon. When this occurs, you need to watch where the price is. Is it above the basis or is it below the basis? This will help you trade the coming move of volatility up or down in the right context. I found an extremely simple and highly effective trading strategy to use on any chart. First, you need to just go to TradingView and then go to the Indicators tab. Search for a useful MA and click on this one right here. And then you're going to add one more indicator called the Fibonacci progression with breaks. Make sure that it's this one by Lux Algo. Go to the settings of the indicator and just turn off the stop section. The strategy is simple. For a buy signal, wait for price to be above the useful MA, and then enter once the signal prints on your chart. You're gonna exit the trade once you get a 3 signal from the indicator. For a sell signal, you can just do the exact opposite. Here's an EMA trading strategy that I tested 200 times for trading stocks. First, go to the Indicators tab and then add 2 exponential moving averages. You're gonna make one a 50 EMA and the other a 100 EMA. Then type in Super Trend Oscillator and add this one by Lux Algo. The strategy is simple. You enter once the 2 EMAs cross and the super trend oscillator changes in color. So as an example for betting on a move down in the market, you would enter here. You could exit the short position when the histogram on the super trend oscillator goes above 33. And if you wanted to do a long position, you could just do the exact opposite. I created the only indicator on TradingView with full automatic pattern detection built in. First, go to the Indicators tab and search up Lux Algo and click on this one right here. Next, go to the settings menu of the toolkit and just make sure that the pattern detection is enabled. Now the algorithm will automatically detect 10 plus chart patterns on whatever market you're looking at. It literally works on any time frame for spotting ascending and descending wedges, symmetrical triangles, double tops, double bottoms, and even head and shoulders. You can trade all of these chart patterns in real time, and even if there isn't a detected pattern, it'll still display dotted lines that give you perfect levels to use as support and resistance. This one simple strategy can make you huge gains trading stocks, crypto, or Forex. First, just go to tradingview.com and then click the Indicators tab. Then we're just gonna search for support and add the most liked indicator right here by Lux Algo. Then you're gonna wanna add the RSI and finally the Super Ichi indicator. So here's the strategy. For a buy signal, wait for price to be above the Super Ichi cloud like this, then wait for a breakout signal. Once you see it, enter, and then you're gonna exit the trade once the RSI becomes overbought. For a sell signal, wait for price to be below the Super Ichi cloud, then wait for a breakdown signal. And you're gonna exit once the RSI is oversold.
Here is how I made 1200% on one single trade using a simple moving average strategy. First, you want to get on TradingView, type in 3 moving averages, and click this one by Advent Trading. Then you want an exponential moving average, so type in EMA and click this one right here. Now that we have the indicators added, let's change the settings a bit. Click the settings for the triple moving average, change the lengths to the following: 13, 21, and 55. Then I'm also going to change the colors for simplicity's sake. Then I'm going to go to the settings of the exponential moving average and change the length to 8. The strategy is simple. You're gonna have 4 lines on your chart, the 8, 13, 21, and 55. You wanna buy when the 55, the red line, crosses to the bottom. So right here, for example, you are gonna hold until the 55 crosses all the way to the top. So right here, for instance, you would have sold. I should also be clear, if the 55 crosses only one line like this, you do not sell. You only sell if the 55 is all the way on the top.
Here's how to perfectly spot market highs, lows, and candlestick patterns on any chart. First, go to TradingView and then go to the Indicators tab and search for Swing, and then just click on this one by Lux Algo. Now when you look at the chart, you'll see these signals highlight past pivot points based on the length, and it will also give you the candlestick pattern that happened at that exact point in the market. This can be super helpful for finding past pivot points, as well as automating your candlestick analysis during these reversals.
I found a trading strategy so good that it made 310% in just 1.5 months of trading.
That sounds awesome.
First, you want to go to TradingView. Click the Indicators tab, type in QQE mod, and click this one right here. Our second indicator is going to be an indicator called the Hall Sweep. Then finally, the last indicator is going to be a volume oscillator. Now, let's optimize the settings a bit. Go to the Hall Sweep indicator and change the length from 55 to 60. Then change the length multiplier to 3. Then go to the QQE mod, go to the Styles tab, and uncheck this level box. The rules to this strategy are simple. First, make sure there's a blue histogram on the QQE mod. Next, make sure the Hall Sweep indicator line is green and price must be above it, like it is here. Then we need sufficient volume in the market, so the volume oscillator must be above the dotted line. If all these rules are met, enter a trade. Set your stop loss at a recent swing low, then set your take profit at a 1.5 to 1 risk to reward ratio. And just like that, you have a winning trade. If you're interested in the backtest results, I will leave them in my Discord. I found a trading strategy that profited 225% in just 100 trades, which means it's one of the best trading strategies on my channel so far. I'll leave a link in my bio. Go to the Indicators tab and type in EMA and click this one right here, but make sure you click it twice, as we're gonna need to. Go to the settings of one and change the length to 200 and make it blue. Then go to the settings of the other EMA and change the length to 50 and make it yellow. Next, we're gonna need an indicator called the trend meter. Keep the settings at default, just uncheck the signals one box. Then finally, we need a volatility oscillator. Here's the strategy. First, the yellow line, the 50 EMA, must be above the blue line, the 200 EMA. Next, we need 4 green dots and 2 green lines on the trend meter. To confirm the signal, we need bullish volatility in the market, so the white line needs to be heading upwards above the upper band. If all the rules are met, enter a trade. Set your stop loss at the recent swing low, and you're gonna exit the position once you get a red dot on the top line. So you would have exited right here.
Here's how I use this one indicator to see market highs, lows, and SR levels on any chart. First, go to TradingView, then click the Indicators tab and search Pivot Based, and make sure it's this one by Lux Algo. Next, go to the Settings menu and change the length to 21, and change the second maximum color to yellow. Now you can see the indicator prints these signals on all of the market highs and lows based on the length. It also gives you a channel to trade in real time based off of those pivots. You can see how price has reacted to the green, yellow, and red lines to help you get better entries and exits within the current channel. Here's one indicator I guarantee you've never heard of before. It's called the Nadaria-Watson envelope. It works on any market and any time frame for scalping, swing trading, or for just looking at past signals. The indicator will print these signals on your chart when price goes outside of the lines, and you can use these for potential entries. It also will neatly show you all previous reversals that played out in the past, so you can spot good levels to use in the market. You can use this for completely free by just going to TradingView, searching up Nadaria-Watson, and clicking on this one by Lux Algo.
Here's why you're using the RSI indicator wrong. Most traders use the RSI indicator to see if a market is overbought or oversold. If the price is above the 70 line, it's overbought, and if the price is below the 30 line, it's oversold. Here's the problem. Sure, this works every now and then, but I'm sure if most of you have traded like this, you have quickly figured out this doesn't work all the time. In a strong downtrend, for instance, the RSI will tell you the market is oversold, but the price will continue to keep on dropping. Instead of using the RSI indicator this way, you should be using it it as a momentum indicator. So the RSI will have a line right down the middle, right at the 50 mark. Here, the RSI is in a downtrend and crosses below the 50 line. Then it pops back up and uses it as a resistance, then starts to head back down. We can now predict that the RSI has a high probability to head downwards to the oversold area, which means price will also head down and follow this path. The RSI can give some pretty good tips, but it should never be used alone. Use other indicators with it to confirm your entries even more.
Here is how I find a highly profitable trade using only one simple indicator. First, you need to open your trading view. Then type the market structure break in order. Then click on this one by MREC. Next, we are going to the settings menu. Change this option into this, and then make sure the indicator is showing the zigzag. The strategy is very easy. When the price breaks above the green area, that is the time to buy. But when the price breaks below the red area, that is the time to sell. You can also go to the settings menu again to change this indicator into a shorter time frame so the trades can be more accurate.
A lot of traders always ask, what is the best time frame to trade with? It's such a common question that I see it many times on almost every trading strategy video. When I was first starting out in technical analysis, I had this view too, that finding a specific time frame to use could actually help me simplify my trades. But the actual answer is that there is no best time frame to trade on. You need to do something called top-down analysis. Even if you're a scalper typically placing trades on the 5-minute chart, it's still useful to be aware of the higher time frame trend before placing any trades. Why would you limit your analysis to one single dimension when you can check all time frames within just a couple of minutes? Someone trading on the 15-minute chart could say many things about how this here is an uptrend, but if you zoom out, you could see we are finding higher time frame resistance, and that's what caused price to suddenly collapse. Always use multiple time frames because
Have you ever drawn a trend line and price just breaks through it like a slice of cheese?
Oh yes, that happens to me all the time.
Well, you're probably drawing your trend lines wrong. Here's how to fix that. First, your trend line should have at least 3 touches minimum. If it has anything less, it should not be considered a reliable trend line. Next, the best trend lines are between 30 and 40 degrees. If your trend line is too steep, price will normally not respect it as much, and you'll tend to have scenarios like these. The third and final way to trade better with trend lines is watching the price action. If price comes down super fast towards the third point, it's more likely to break through. You want price to slowly come down to the third point, as it's more likely to bounce off.
here's how I use one indicator to trade support and resistance breakouts like a pro. First, go to the Indicators tab on TradingView and search Lux. They make a ton of custom indicators, but for this video, we're going to use their support and resistance levels with breaks. Now, once it loads up on your chart, you'll see all of your support and resistance levels plotted automatically for you. The indicator gives these buy and sell signals once price breaks above or below a level with a certain amount of volume. You can even go to the settings and adjust the volume threshold higher to get even better breakout signals that have a much higher win rate. If you're following indicators blindly when trading or investing, you're going to blow up your entire account. There's no such thing as a magical algorithm that's going to print you money in the market, and you need to build something called confluence in your analysis before taking any trades. Within the Lux Algo indicator, there's buy and sell signals that appear on your chart. And these signals look pretty good and all, but if you don't have a strategy set in place, you can eventually get chopped up in a ranging market. So if we only take buy signals when the trend catcher is already green and price is holding above a breakout zone, these 5 previous signals could have been completely filtered out. Creating filters like these for your signals by using other indicators will help you manage your risk and avoid blowing up your entire trading account. Here's how I made almost 900% on a single trade using one simple indicator. First, you're going to want to go on TradingView and type in trend lines with breaks and click on this one by Lux Algo. Next, we're going to go to the settings menu. Change the length to 24, change the slope to 1.6, and just make sure the slope calculation method is on ATR. The strategy is simple. When price breaks above a blue trend line, we get a buy signal. And when price breaks below a red trend line, we get a sell signal. You can also go to the settings menu again and click on show only confirmed breakouts to make sure it only gives confirmed signals and avoids false breakouts.
Here's how to perfectly spot market highs, lows, and candlestick patterns on any chart. First, you're going to want to go to tradingview.com. Then go to the indicators tab and search swing, and then click this one by Lux Algo. Now, when you look at the chart, you'll see these signals highlight past pivot points based on the length. And it also gives you the candlestick pattern that happened at the exact point in the market. You can even hover over it to get the exact details about that candlestick pattern.
Here's the absolute best way to set up your TradingView charts in 60 seconds. First, go to their website or mobile app and then click Chart. Turn on the dark mode so we don't blind our eyes, and then go to the chart settings and click Appearance. You can set your chart background to any color, but I just prefer the solid black. Next, you're going to want to turn the opacity down on your grid lines and then turn off all of this extra stuff in the other sections above. Then go to the Indicators tab and we're going to add some free indicators to our chart. I obviously have a bias towards the indicators by Lux Algo, so we're going to add a couple of those that are tagged with Lux. We can now see beautiful charts on any stock, crypto, or Forex pair with any time frame thanks to the magic of the free TradingView platform. These charts are endless. You can go as far as using their drawing tools, creating alerts, sharing images of charts, creating templates, using their replay tool, and even sharing your own trade ideas to the social platform as well. If this video was helpful, just shoot me a follow for more tutorials just like this. I tested this trading strategy 100 times and found it to be insanely powerful. To do this, just go to TradingView, then click the Indicators tab and search for Super Trend Oscillator. Go to the settings of the Super Trend and change the multiplier to 3, and then change the histogram to green. Then you're going to add another indicator called the trauma. Click on this one by Lux Algo. Finally, we're going to add the Bollinger Bands. Go to the settings and change the length to 50 and turn off the basis and background. The entry is extremely simple. Just wait for the price to be above the trauma and then wait for the Super Trend Oscillator to turn green. Once it does, enter here. You can set your stop loss at the lower Bollinger Band and then exit once the Super Trend Oscillator prints another bright green bar.